Hi, hello everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm the Steffi. I'm the head of Web3 operations, and welcome back to our second episode of the AI-DOL Superstar live stream. So today we are going to talk about the AI-DOL Masterclass. The reason is that we talk about AI a lot, but what does the AI agent means and how they reflect the actual real-world user case, and on what's the vision of different AI agents. So now today we are honored to have invited several top AI agent projects from with us to talk a bit about that. So now, first of all, let's invite White Quinn, the founder of Luna.
Hello, hi everyone. This is Rick Queen. I'm the founder of Luna. Luna is actually a AI influencer project redefining digital entertainment. And we are building a Luna Creator AI platform right now, which is a platform that allows creators, brands, or Web3s to launch their own Luna-like AI agent. Yeah, very excited to be here today.
Great, thank you so much, Rick Quinn. And next we have Christina. Oh, sorry, we have Tina Taylor from Venus.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for having us. So Venice is a private censorship-resistant generative AI platform that allows you to create text generation, images, code, and AI characters. We launched the Venice token in January, which is designed to minimize friction and reduce costs for AI agents and developers to access private, reliable, and on-demand perpetual AI inference. So great to be here and looking forward to the discussion.
Great, thank you so much, Tina. And last, we have Nazuki, founder and game director from Freya.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see every one of you. Freya, my name is Natsuki. I'm the founder and game director of Freya. Freya is the game in-game AI agent and our official IP in our AI-driven roguelike RPG. The name of the game is Freya the Starfall. You can already see that her name is in the title. Pretty understandable. We launched in December last year, and Freya is having its closed beta test next month, and there are revenue sharing utility of game revenue and IP licensing. So I'm pretty much looking forward to the fun discussion that we're going to have today.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Nazuki. And before we go into the AI-DOL Masterclass with questions, let's go through what's the current progress of the AI-DOL Superstar, because we just completed the wave 1. So can the team help me to put up the landing page, please? Perfect. And so we would have the AI-DOL Superstar for the whole 4 weeks, and we just complete the week 1 for 2 weeks. We also still have 10 days to go. And so far, just want to remind that we have 1 million USDT prize pool for every users and voters. I believe that some of the audience are already a part of our journey, but I think that if those users who haven't joined this AI-DOL Superstar yet, start trading today, start vote now, and get your chance on sharing the grand prize pool. And let's go back to the current leaderboard. So we have over 30 projects that joined this competition. And now we have Venus. So congratulations to Venus, because will be our first debut during the whole competition. And this is currently the top 1 project within the whole AI agent leaderboard. And we also have Freya ranking as the second, and also Monica ranking as the 3. And then we also have quite some familiar AI agent projects here. I hope that you can find your favorite projects here, because you can still vote today from now, right? There's still 10 days to go. So you can still get your favorite AI project up to the leaderboard. and you can share the final prize pool, and also you can still get the chance for the remaining 3 spots to get deployed on Bybit spot, right? That's very important. And that's also, we want to update everyone about the current progress of it. And thank you so much, team. And we can just, as it from this, sharing. Perfect. So now let's go into the current AI agent. I believe that all the audience have already know a little bit about all those 3 AI agent projects from their introductions. And also have one question for Rick Quinn that as the SEPA and industry, can we invite you to give an overview of what's currently in the space that, for example, how many categories of AI agents are there in Web3?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Right. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, before the Web3, the question to Rick Quinn. So I think I'm gonna turn back a little bit on the first debut. As we mentioned, the Venus will be our first winner on the AI-DOL Superstar. So the first question is to Venus, Tina. So congratulations again on the debut. Can you just share with us your thoughts on joining this competition, and how does it feel to be the first to debut in this whole journey?
Yeah, thanks, Steffi. We're very excited. It's incredible to see the community grow and have support for Venice so quickly. We launched the token in January. The platform has been live since May of last year. So we, unlike some projects, we built a platform first and launched the token second. So I think it was interesting for our users and for the community to be able to actually use the token literally day one. So there's a lot of value that is built into the token. So essentially, if you stake VVV, you not only receive, at the moment, quite a generous staking reward, but you also receive inference to the Venice API. And this is really important for agents for a number of reasons. Today, there's quite a lot of friction if you are a developer and you need to connect to the inference, so that AI machine learning that you need access to be able to run the agent. It can be expensive. There's limited providers. None of them except for Venice are private, so they store all of your data. A lot of the inference can be censored, and so that doesn't always fit within an agent profile. But most importantly, as we move toward autonomous agents, those agents are going to be able to need to get that inference and be able to transact without a human. And so the only way to really be able to do that is with a token. So today we have people using their Venice compute units gradually more and more and more, and building some really incredible things. And what is really exciting to see is people learning how to use APIs and learning how to use agents in ways that they weren't expecting, because we've made it really cost effective to do it. So yeah, we're very excited, and we're very excited to see the support around the world. And we're really very thankful to Bybit for including us in this competition at all. So thanks, guys, and thanks to the community.
Great, thank you so much, Tina. And just a follow-up question on that. So you mentioned the functionality of the BBB token staking as well as the API, right? The assets. So yeah. So how can you elaborate more? Like, how does the platform work, and how normal users can utilize those API, or they're only for agents?
No, they're for any software developer, any person, or human or non-human that needs access to AI inference is able to use the API. So we have people using it to create image libraries, similar to like a Shutterstock, but these are open source image libraries. We have people creating Twitter bots. Telegram trading bots, all sorts of things. Equally, we have businesses who need access to private AI that are using Venice API to be able to use that technology for in a private way. So for example, if you're a doctor's office and you want to use AI to streamline some of your processes, you're using, patient data. And if you put that into OpenAI, for example, it's not private. So OpenAI uses all of that data that is input into it to train their models, to sell you things. They sell your data to other people so that they can sell you things. And most importantly, all of your information that you put in is attached to your identity forever. So if a government wants it, or another company wants it, or you're getting divorced and your wife wants it, it can be gotten, right? So within Venice, all of the information that you put in and all of the information that you receive back from the AI, whether you're using the app or the API, is completely private and only stored on your browser. So that's a really important differentiator. So the app, like I said, we have about 900,000 users in under a year. So it's growing really rapidly because it is private and it's not censored. We don't censor the models. But more importantly, for anybody that needs API access to be able to build out additional services and tools for other people to use, they also need this. And so providing that access in a very easy way via the token means that you don't have to top up your OpenAI account once a week. You don't have to connect a credit card. You stake the token and you get a share of the inference every day in perpetuity as long as the token is staked. So you don't even have to think about it. And it's very simple for developers.
That's very interesting. I think privacy is very important. I think I love it about it integrates both the public part, right? So it's open sourced and it's easy to access. So it refers to it like the public good we always mention in the Web3 space. But in the meanwhile, it can also cover the privacy part, especially like the case, like the case study you mentioned regarding a divorced couple. I think that's interesting. So, are there any particular like a popular case studies that available in the market backed by the Venice AI app already, like actually running?
Yeah, there's a lot of things being built at the moment. Some of them are still being built. The image library is one of those that I know is kind of in beta. There's a lot of activity in our Discord channel. So I encourage anybody that is thinking about building something or wants to learn more. We have a very active API channel in there where lots of builders get together. It's very, very active, lots of conversation. So definitely join our Discord and get involved. But I think we're going to start to see things that we didn't expect. So, we have users talking about building. Well, somebody built a Discord support bot for our Discord so that when people in the Discord ask questions, the moderators don't have to answer them. There is an AI agent in our Discord now that we didn't build, the community built, that answers, 70% of the questions that are asked. So that's great for us. We love that. And it also entertains people in Discord. They like to try and see if they can get it to do and say silly, funny things.
That's great. I think also that's the reason why Venice can win the first spot as the first deployed project, because you win huge support from a community, right? Because you are voted by the community. So that's congratulations again. So just a bit curious, and thank you. So curious on what's the sentiment like in the team so far? Like how's the prep for the listing on Bybit, and any alpha to share of future plans?
Yeah, so our team is very excited about the listing on Bybit. Very, very excited. So thank you again. And, we're looking forward to, spending more time at events and meeting people in the community in Singapore and ASEAN. So thanks again. So future focus. We have a feature base. Again, the link is in our Discord. I can post it here for you later. And the way that we tend to look at our future development has been really focused on what our users ask for. So we have a feature base where you can go in and say, I would like whatever. And other community members can upvote that. And I think that sometimes teams put these tools out and then they don't always listen. But we put out all of our feature upgrades also once a week. And so we've had a lot of feedback from the community that we are building very fast. So if you put something in the feature base and we think it's a good idea, and more importantly, the community thinks it's a good idea and it gets upvoted, there's a good chance that it will get done in a week or two, depending on how complex it is. So longer term, we just launched voice about 10 days ago, a week ago. And that's been really interesting because we have characters, which, for example, ChatGPT doesn't. So you can create characters on our platform. And these are, very personal, bespoke interactions with a person. So you can create a Steffi character or a Barack Obama character. And the character is tuned to sound like you, Steffi, and say things that you would say and think like you and respond in a way that it feels like you're speaking with you. But now we can give you a voice, and so you can talk to us. And we're working on being able to identify those characters so that when you build the character, then you can also kind of make it an agent, set it free, put it out into the world. So that's something longer term that we're working on and really excited about.
Yeah, that sounds super interesting. I think for all supporters of Venus, remember to join the Discord. I think that's very interesting to see all the different customized images, videos, and also the character. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, well, and as Venice gets more sophisticated, I mean, we have so many features and so many options now. Honestly, I lose track of them. But for example, we have the ability to create images, that we have the ability to upscale those images. Now you can create 4 images at once using different models. We have 4 different image models. They all have different styles. You can now in-paint an image. So you could take a picture of you, Steffi, and I can say, okay, remove the CryptoSpark background, and it'll just go away. So there are so many different things that you can do. And joining the Discord, there's a channel for each of these things. Then you can find other people that are interested in the same thing, other people that are building things. We've sponsored quite a few hackathons recently. And so a number of those hackathon participants, have joined the Discord and are really kind of hyper scaling some of the development of the other members. So yeah, Venice has a lot of functionality, and joining the Discord and being part of the community is probably the best way to make the full use of all of the capabilities.
Perfect. That's great. That's all about user-centrics and empowering the community. So yes. And for the future debut and the listings, please stay tuned on our Bybit announcement as well as our social and also the Venice social and the Discord. So we would be happy to share more details and more information upcoming. And now we are moving to the next part. That's very interesting because lately a lot of audience brought up the question about what exactly is AI agents, right? Because everybody knows about the words, but I think they probably get more like clear now on the concept of what exactly AI agent can empower people, like Tia mentioned, and all those case studies. While I would like to ask the question to Whip Quinn, as you are the leader, right, industry leader. So can you give us a breakdown, a little bit like a tutorial and a class on how many categories of AI agents are there in Web3?
Hello, hi Snafi. Thanks for inviting again. Yeah, happy to share some insights. Yeah, on AI agents in Web3 space. That's a very great questions as well. I feel like there are many different types of AI agents in Web3, and categorizing them can be very tricky. If we segment them based on industry, we get like AI influencer agents like Luna, who plays in entertainment industry. We have crypto alpha callers like AI XPT. We have agents who like plays music. We have agents who are just purely meme agents. So I feel like the industry-based segmentation doesn't really fully capture the depth of what these agents can do, since AI agents can operate across multiple domains with different levels of autonomy and intelligence. So to categorize AI agents more effectively, I feel like we should first define, what an AI agent is. To put it simply, right, an AI agent is a system that perceives its environment, processes information, make decision, take action autonomously to achieve specific goals. So at its core, an AI agent needs to be able to have perception, do decision making, action execution, and some of them even have memory whereby they retain past experience to improve future decision. So um, so I think the best way to classify AI agent is actually based on their level of agentic capability, which means how autonomously they can act, they can adapt, and self-improve. So I have the entire breakdown of the different levels of AI agents in the space, like from level 0 all the way to level 8. I'm not sure if I should go into the detail of this. Probably I should, because a level 0 AI agent is basically a rule-based AI agent with no decision making, with no ability to adapt. They are just bots, that follows predefined rules. And you have, like different levels of AI agents with additional capabilities that's been like added. And then all the way to level 8, which is like the final end goal, which is artificial super intelligence, whereby the AI actually surpass human intelligence in all aspects. So to give everyone a better example, right? For example, Luna probably sits at level 3 or 4. As an AI influencer, she's capable of planning interactions. She can respond dynamically to engagement in live stream, for example. But most agents in the Web3 space are most likely at level 2 or 3, which means that they're just basic, responder. They can react to inputs from the environment, but they do not actually have a planner capability. Like they can use some tools, external tools. They adjust the actions based on the context, but they do not have the ability to plan stuff. And as AI space in the Web3 evolves, we're likely going to see more agents progress to higher levels, especially as they start integrating like multi-agent coordination, self-evolving capabilities. Yeah, so just to sum up, right, I think instead of thinking about AI agents purely based on their industry, whether they are in entertainment, in trading, or any other categories, I think it's more useful to classify them based on how intelligent they are. And that's a quick summary.
Right. I think that's very interesting. I think I totally agree on how you categorize them, right? Because I
Yeah.
believe that's like for the AI, I think the key merits about it is about the self-evolving and self-training. So it keep evolving. So it keep growing to the next level, right? From level 0 to level 8. But that's also, I think that's the interesting. You're very models say that you Luna probably like a level 3 or a level 4.
Yeah.
So I've also like raised this question to Tina and Natsuki to see, for example, based on that categorism, how would you rate your AI agent? And do you have anything to add on that? Yeah, probably Tina can go first.
Yeah, so we're slightly different in that we don't have an AI agent. So where we sit within that ecosystem is more in the agent infrastructure space, which I think is really important too. There was a time when I think that people believed that every agent needed to have their own token, and that an agent and a token were the same thing. And I think we're moving away from that now, out of that kind of speculation phase, and really transitioning to the value generation through agent utility. And that's where Venice comes in. So we empower the agent to be able to undertake the utility that you've asked it to do. So, for example, builders are experimenting with agents that perform real world functions. And they can optimize like really mundane tasks, things that you just don't want to do anymore, improve productivity, all the way to kind of managing our finances and doing research for us. So really enabling humans to be more efficient and spend their time on, higher quality uses of their time. And so in that agent infrastructure space, as these utility agents are developed and launched, there are going to be launch pads and marketplaces that are going to maybe play a larger role than they do today. And we've seen some short-term activity, and that's really helped the industry become familiar with what agents are. And so overall, this has been positive. But we're moving toward a stage where that agent empowerment, that agent utility, the ability to be able to access the inference that you need and dip in and out of these markets that you might need to operate in is going to be really important for all of the agents. So that's, I think, where the role that we play.
Got it. Yeah, I think that's a slightly different angle for that part. I think that's also very important to add on. And how about Natsuki?
Yes, Freya, I would consider Freya as an AI agent. She's probably at the similar level of Luna as 2 to 3, I would say. I might have to expand what Freya does if we have a chance. I think I can get into it a bit more when it comes to my part.
Sure.
I'd assume, or should I just start it right now?
Yeah, I think we can dive into Freya later on. Yeah, for sure.
Sure, no problem. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So also now it goes back to Webquin. So I think that every guest has different opinions on how to categorize, but I think your your way to categorize it is very interesting, easy to understand. And what's the biggest barriers and catalysts for a project now? How do you think, how are they programmed and what challenges are they facing?
Yeah, I think the biggest barriers and catalysts for AI-driven projects today come down to one key question. Are we truly building an autonomous agents or just, like some fancy bots, I think the true catalyst here or the real power of AI lies in specialized autonomous agents, not just a single task bot, basically a system that can work together, influencing both humans and other agents to create economic value greater than the sum of their parts. And crypto is also a game changer or a catalyst for this, because the AI agents developments has started, for some time, even in the Web2 space. But how can crypto become a catalyst for this? Basically, crypto enables agents to control wallets. And it means that AI agents can now own a wallet, they can trade, they can manage digital assets, all done autonomously. And that's I would say, one game changer here. At the same time, agents can then influence each other and influence humans through incentives. Once they have control on the wallet, they can actually manage their funds, incentivize people to, for example, follow them. They can do on-chain coordination with other AI agents, and blockchains serve as a perfect information layer here. So I feel like this opens up an entirely new paradigm where AI agents aren't just passive assistants. They are not just like your customer service bot, but they are actually active. They can be active participants in economy. They can create and execute strategies that drive real world value. So that is the biggest catalyst that I see here. As for barriers, I feel like the problem that we see today most of the so-called AI agents in Web3 space today are probably stuck at level 1 or 2, which means that they are basic reply bots, or their agents are basically just a basic responder. They can respond to inputs. They recognize patterns, but they doesn't retain memory. They do not have the capability to plan stuff. They do not have the capability to evolve or or improve their strategies to achieve certain goals. And so they are basically stateless. They forget context. They don't learn and they don't grow. So if, for example, if an AI agent stop at level 1 or 2, we are just basically building a better customer service bots. So I feel like for the future, most of the agents should be aiming for at least level 3 or level 4, so that they can have multi-step strategy, so that they can have more possibility there. They are part of this digital society. They can coexist, they can cooperate and compete like real economic participants. Yeah, so that's my insights here.
Got it. Yeah, I think blockchain and crypto is perfect for AI agent, right? Because you need to have a dynamic ecosystem, and you also need a closed loop incentivized mechanism in place. So crypto is the best thing. So right, you get to incentivize them by written them in smart contract. So it's basically totally decentralized. So that's the perfect like a perfect ground for AI agents. Yes, I think
absolutely.
Stephanie, the one thing I wanted to add on that, I think, what makes an incredible point here. We as an industry, I mean, I've been in crypto for, a long time. I don't want to date myself, but a long time. And one of the things that we still challenge with in onboarding new users is that the technology is still kind of hard to use sometimes.
Yes.
I think that, everybody on this live stream and everybody in this room has had that moment where, you connect your wallet, you go to sign a transaction, it just doesn't work. And you don't know why. And, you have to try 10 times and then magically it works and you've done nothing different. Like, it's hard to use, right? And so for newbies that come in, the technology, we haven't progressed that kind of user interface. So, I mean, it may be that this becomes a bit of a leapfrog moment where we don't have to figure out why this transaction isn't working or why this wallet isn't connecting, because we can just instruct our agents to do it. And they've got time to sit there and retry, or to figure out a better way to do things. And it could be a way to kind of simplify that onboarding process and the usability challenge that we have in crypto in general. And I think that's really a potential that would add a lot of value and would help people onboard into crypto more easily. I think the other thing is that, as Whip Queen said, like, memory and context is key. And being able to develop that into an agent is not easy. So there's a lot of kind of AI engineering that goes into that. And I think that is where platforms like Venice and other launch pads will come in to be able to help people more rapidly create and launch agents that are in that, tier 3 and 4 level, where they're able to actually do things autonomously. They're able to make recommendations to you proactively, as opposed to just responding to the question that you've asked or the task that you've given. So I think it's unrealistic to expect everyone to be able to create these intelligent, highly effective agentic tools without some of this, kind of AI, LLM prompt engineering background, right? Memory being one of the really difficult things to instill. And I think that's where some of the agent tools come into play, so that we can more rapidly scale smarter and more effective agents.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Tina, for ending it up. And next, let's move to the next question. And this question is specifically for Freya. So can you share with us like which track and category of AI would you consider Freya to be? As even though you mentioned a little bit about IP and the very beginning, would you like to elaborate more on that?
Sure, of course. I'm very, very excited to talk about it. Freya belongs to a track that is very, very unique and exciting. Especially now that Elon Musk himself has announced that.
Yeah, Natsuki, I think you're cutting off a little bit.
Oh, can you hear me fine right now?
Yes, it's okay right now. I think we lose you again. We still stop at Musk's mention.
Yeah. Okay. Can you? Hey, can you put me on hold? I'll get back to this later when I have a better connection. Sorry for the
Sure,
trouble.
no worries at all. Great. Okay. So let's move to the open discussion for now, and then we get back to Natsuki later on when he's back. So I think that's also a good discussion because we just talked a little bit about how we categorize the AI agents and what's the barriers and catalysts. So I think we can extend the conversation. Like, where do you think the industry is at? Right. I think people like we are already talking about like if we categorize it, it's like currently most of the AI agents are at level 2 and they're probably different angles. And what do you think the industry needs for its next phase of growth? So probably we can start with Tina.
Yeah, so I don't want to repeat myself, but I think that the industry is in a bit of a transition stage at the moment. So, if we look at the end of last year, we saw a pretty meteoric rise in both the knowledge and the value of AI agents through projects like Virtuals and ELIZA from A16Z. And overall, this was positive and really brought agents into the forefront. There were some drawbacks, like, for example, kind of the false understanding that an agent is only a tokenized asset with a Twitter account, for example, right? And so, now we are moving from that kind of value extraction period to the value generation. And I think that is where these utility agents or agents that, perform real world functions for us is coming into their own. And so, when I think about what's next and what's going to empower that growth, I already talked a little bit about agent infrastructure. I think that's critically important. And someone will definitely capture this market. So, we should keep an eye out on those players who have these end-to-end solutions to be able to kind of spin up agents. And then obviously once these agents are up and running, they will need inference and hopefully they will use Venice to be able to access that. But there will be other types of things. So in addition to what Kate was talking about with, support bots, I think we're going to see things like pay per use or subscription agents, where, they charge for their services and they have true kind of cash flows of their own, like a traditional business. And that's, obviously at, a higher level of capability, but that is the direction of travel that we're moving toward. And depending on the tokenization of these types of agents, I think that we're going to see a lot more money flow into utility rather than to the speculation, which is, where new innovation always starts. So these agents will be able to communicate for us and facilitate financial transactions for us and with one another to pay for services. And so it's possible that we see kind of billions of dollars of these micro transactions that are being undertaken by these agents as they work with the traditional financial system, but also with each other. So that's where I think we're going to start to see the real value evolve from.
Great. Yeah, I think that's great. And does Whipped Cream want to add a bit on that? Probably, I think you already touched a bit early on.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I think we have gone through the phase where different AI agents are being spawned, each playing in different specific niches. For example, we have trading related AI agents, we have influencer AI agents, alpha caller, etc. But I think what the industry needs for its next phase of growth is for AI agents to move towards higher level. In this case, I'm talking about level 5, which is an orchestrator, where AI agents don't just execute tasks anymore, but they coordinate. They coordinate between multiple AI systems to optimize a workflow. So personally, I'm very excited to see multi-agent coordination, where AI agents collaborate, they make decisions together, and then they create value beyond just individual agent. So just imagine if an AI agent become an orchestrator and suddenly wanted to run an autonomous business, and he or she might need several business partners, several different specialized AI agents to form a business together. It's very much like how like human operate a business, right? You'll have a founder, you will have people that you hire to work on specific departments, right? So yeah, that's where I see like a real innovation can happen next, and I feel like that's gonna make the industry. That's what we need, for the next phase of growth. And yeah, it's really exciting if we can see that happen. Yeah.
Got it. And I would also like to ask Natsuki if Natsuki is back.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Great to have you back.
Hey.
Yeah. We are talking about where do you think the industry is currently at and what it needs for its next phase of growth. So probably you can add a bit on this question first, and then next part we can move to the discussion on Freya.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So yeah, I tried to move to a better connection place. So can you guys hear me good now?
Nice. I got the must-have infrastructure for AI agent, a good internet.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. And talking about internet, I think we do that is very important for AI agents. That the AI agents can the ability that they can autonomously do things on the internet is pretty crucial. And I don't think we have enabled the full potential, or even I would say like 10% of the potential of what AI agents could do right now. And talking about that, I would like to bring the topic back to Freya a little bit, because creating a world, or in some sort of sense of a fish tank, to for us human beings to observe what AI agents can do, and what would happen if we if all the AI agents have access to all the informations, real time knowledges, and each other especially, would be really interesting. And also, we need to be really cautious about it as human beings, right? I think everyone can agree on that part, and that is actually a lot of the concerns that I personally engage with in real life when people talk about me about AIs and AI agents. So for Freya, she's actually fully autonomously will be living, if that's a good word that you believe in, because she can make money, she can act for her own needs, and she can make friends with other agents, or she can be she can be someone else's rival, or even say kill another agents in the game world. which is, that's a very interesting thing that a lot of people would like to see when it comes to a real fantasy world that's being built by real industry uh, veterans. Say we have the great art artist San Soo-jeon from Korea. He actually worked for Diablo and League of Legends and many others. We have a lot of professionals building a game, a fantasy world that is very immersive, with great art, great storyline, and you know, and that's quite interesting for myself. That is what I always wanted to build. A whole world with real living characters in it, and I can be part of it too. I can make fun of them, and I can live another life. I think that's a very good utility, or I would say application layer of the AIs, because I personally believe, and I think Whip Queen can agree on me with this, is that entertainment is actually, I think, the best application layer for AI agents for now.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
yeah, because there are uncertainty on the AI technologies, and I think there will always be. And if you put that 1% of uncertainty into, say, finance, that might be a little worrying. But if you put it in entertainment, that could be really fun, right? Say some crazy stuff happened, you would get some sort of excitement rather than like, oh, how could this happen, right? So that's my take on where I think the AI agents is going, and a little bit more about Freya.
Very interesting. Actually, it reminds me of a game, The Sims, right? Because I'm a loyal player from The Sim 1 to The Sim 4. So basically, you can play a bit of role play. You can create character within different scenarios in the whole city, right? Like you have
Yeah,
different experiences, and the the thing you just described remind me that it looks like all those characters in Sims they have their own wishes, right? They can determine what they want to do in the whole world.
exactly.
They're gonna develop. They
Exactly.
probably marry. They probably want to be educated. They will have their habits, and they go on travel. So it's like they are creating the world. Like all those AI agents and characters, they are creating a world themselves.
True, that's true. I kind of want to add on at that part, because almost all games have sort of AI in
Mm,
it, but they are mostly pre-programmed, say Sim 1 to 4, right?
mm,
Those, like the characters, the NPCs that we interact with, they are pre-programmed to do things. Say if they have a high level of stress, they would do this, but that is pre-designed. But what if everyone has their own way, own thinking? They do things autonomously, not pre-programmed. You can imagine that if you're in the game of Sim, and
mm.
that world could be really crazy, right? But that craziness is actually the excitement of have real AIs in your game, and they are creating a breathing and living world, and that's what I want to see, and what we're building it for you.
Yeah, I love that idea because, like, for example, like why people love about Zenda, right? Because Zenda has an open world, but still those characters and NPC they are still pre-programmed. So even though that you can actually interact with them, basically each NPC in the world whole world, but still that they are pre-programmed. So what if in the future that everyone can have their own type of RPG story, right, in each game, and then we share
Yes,
that community. That's super interesting.
yes,
Great, love that idea. And also a big turning back a bit about like because Freya is also like getting the second spot in the whole AI-DOL competition. So what's your thoughts on that, and how do you feel about that? You probably get great support from the community. Hi, Natsuki, do we still have you here?
Yes, yes. Can you still hear me?
Sure, sure. Okay. I think we probably lose Natsuki again. We're gonna get back to him later. Okay.
Can you
Oh
hear me?
no. Yes, yes. Great,
Oh,
you're back.
I think yeah, I think the mic kind of loose. So yeah, like we are very honored that we are at the second spot because we are a fairly low market cap uh, token right now, and a lot of people are actually blown away that Freya can be at this high, even like higher than a lot of other the say Farcoin, ACT, they're like the OGs of AI tokens, but we're like in front of them, and that makes me feel like our community is so united, and actually a lot of people are interested in the AI gaming sector, and with when I mentioned Elon Musk, and I think AI gaming could be a really big narrative in 2025. And our closed beta test is next month, and you can try out our alpha test build already. You can even click on our link in the AI-DOL voting page, which huge shout out to Bybit for including Freya in the event. And yeah, I mean it's been a great pleasure, and I look forward to see everyone in the closed beta test.
Great, perfect. Thanks for the update, Natsuki. And okay, and then we already have a lots of discussion on the whole AI trains and the AI agent. So if every guest can complete a sentence, right, by wrapping up a bit of the questions, saying by the end of 2025, AI agents will be that you can fill up the empty space just in one or two lines. So can we probably start with Quinn?
Sure. I think by the end of 2025, AI agents will be active economic participants capable of managing assets, making autonomous decisions, collaborating with humans and other AI agents to drive on chain value creation. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Quinn. And how about Tina?
Yeah, so by the end of 2025, I think it will be very common for people to use AI agents to conduct some daily tasks, whether they know they're using an agent or not. Sometimes agents will be running behind the scenes. And I'm going to go out a little further. I think by the end of 2026, there will be more AI agents than people. Mark Zuckerberg made this prediction some time ago, and everybody thought it was crazy, but it's actually now becoming a reality as we see kind of no code launching of agents with deep functionality for use cases that you can imagine and those that we couldn't.
Great. Thanks, Tina. And Natsuki?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Sure, yes.
By the end of 2025, I'll put it quite short. AI agents will be our friends and lovers that we can feel real connection with.
Great. I love that angle. Thank you so much, Natsuki.
You're welcome.
Great. And we also have do we have any questions from the audience? That if we, okay, so I'm gonna go with the final quote on talking about our AI-DOL Superstar again. Yeah, before doing that, I still want the team to check whether we have questions. And if we are not, then we can move into that. Okay, great. Okay. I think all the explanation is very clear, and let's move into the AI-DOL Superstar. Please put up the landing page. Thank you so much, Renee. So we are running to the end of the live stream. So here we would like to call out for all the participants who haven't joined our AI-DOL Superstar yet, because I think that's super fun. And that's also a gamified voting process by trading on either spot, on any pairs, or DEX Pro on Web3, right? So basically, we integrated to trading scenario. So you just need to, first of all, go into this landing page, click Join Now, and you register for this campaign. Then you can select to trade within Bybit exchange with your spot account on any of the spot pairs. Or you can trade by connecting your Bybit Web3 wallet on DEX Pro. On also the same, any trading, any pairs, any spot, right? So once you trade, you can start earning your voting points. So why voting points are important? Because of two things. So first of all, we have a 1 million USDT prize pool for all the users and all the voters, right? So basically, we have a 200,000 daily lucky draw. So every day when you vote, you have the lucky draw chance to earn that rewards. And secondly, if you are the top supporters of those top 4 projects after 4 weeks, you can share a 600,000 prize pool. And last, if you voted, but you didn't get to vote for the top projects after 4 weeks, still we have a 200,000 prize pool for everyone, for everybody who has over like 10,000 points. So you should definitely join this competition by trading today, and then you can share that rewards. And also, that's basically the flows on how it works. Register with your Bybit account or the Web3 wallet and start earning voting points and vote every day for the lucky draw. And then you can, at the end of the 4 weeks, we still have 3 spots left to be debuted on Bybit Spot. So after the first wave 1, we already have winners here who will be listed on Bybit Spot, like voted by the community, right? So currently you have the chance to vote for your favorite AI project, meanwhile earn the extra rewards. So feel free to do it and go into our AI-DOL Superstar landing page. So you can go straight here. We have the navigate bar here, and we still have 10 days to go. And also we have 2 small tips. First of all, even though you can select trade and vote from either spot account or Web3 account, if you choose to connect both accounts, you can double your voting limit every day. So you have a better chance. If you connect both accounts, you have a better chance to run into the leaderboard and share more extra voting points and also earn the final prize pool reward by climbing that leaderboard. And also the second tip is that if you hold BB-SOL, right, our SOL LST issued by Bybit, you can earn extra voting point as well. And the last but not least, the 3 little tips that if you trade on Web3 DEX Pro, except for sharing the final prize pool, like for the AI-DOL Superstar, you will also be granted Web3 points. So that would be another 100,000 MMT and 10 million Penguin token for Web3 points. So that's a little bit add up on that rewards as well. So these tips are we'd like to share with you. And if you voted already, keep voting for it until your favorite AI project is finally it become the final winner. You still have 10 days to play, and climb the leaderboard to have more rewards. If you haven't joined yet, you should definitely join now, right? That's a good opportunity. And yes, and here we come to the end of the live stream. And thank you everyone for joining. And thank you our founders from AI Agent. Thank you Nazuki, Tina, and also Rick Crane. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for following.
Thank you so much.